Good morning and welcome to Coffee with Karma. Yeah, love my morning brew. Hi, my name is Karma Spence, and I help entrepreneurs write a lead attracting book in 90 days or less. And today I'm going to be continuing the myth busting, misbelief busting, bad belief busting theme of this week. It's the fourth day. And today I'm going to be talking about 5 writing fallacies that that entrepreneurs must reject to be successful. Here we go. Fallacy number 1, only original research matters. Well, original research is valuable, but not everybody's cut out to be an original researcher. And there's a type of research that is still original, although most people might not initially think of that. And that's more of a meta research, which basically means you're researching other people's research. In fact, that's the kind of research that I'm doing for my book that's coming out in June, The Author Switch. I'm researching the research of people who have connected creative blocks to certain things that I think creative blocks should be connected to. And I'm finding that a lot of people have discovered these things that I intuited, and I'm pulling all the evidence together in it's called meta research. Um, and then there's just life experience. It's not official research, but in a sense it is. I mean, when you survey your customers or even have a case study conversation, you are doing a form of research. So, even if you think you're not doing original research, you probably are if you're an expert. So, go with it. Fallacy number 2, writing is a solo journey. Oh, we all know that romantic journey. You've got the writer in a darkened room with a little lamp in front of a typewriter. Maybe he or she is smoking, or who knows, that image. And they're a lone person writing. And yes, there is a lot of writing that goes on alone. Uh, it's really, really hard to write when there's other people like in there with you. But at some point, a book becomes a team effort because you may need someone to bounce ideas off of. So that may be a mastermind, it may be a colleague, a friend, a book coach. At some point, you're gonna definitely need an editor, possibly a proofreader. Then when pulling the book together, there's the designer of the interior, the designer of the cover. You may need various people to help you pull it all together and get it uploaded. You may need people to help you market it. Being a writer does not need to be, nor should it be, a solo journey. It really is a team effort. You may be the visionary, the lead, the person who does the bulk of the work, but you're not alone. You're not alone. You don't have to be alone. Fallacy number 3, formal language makes writing more professional. Actually, formal language makes writing less accessible. You want to write more conversationally. The more a reader can read your book and feel like they were in a conversation with you and feel like they know you, like they're your friend, even though they've never met you, the better it is. In fact, that's actually a little harder to write well than formal writing because when you write conversationally, you don't actually write like you talk. It's a cleaned up version of that, a more powerful, more strategic version of that, but in order to make it readable, it needs to sound like it's conversational. So, yeah, formal writing does not make it more professional, it doesn't make it more valuable. In fact, if anything, it might make it less valuable and maybe not that less professional, but definitely less accessible. Writing fallacy number 4, and that is, I should mimic successful authors' styles. This one's a little more nuanced. In the beginning, when you are first learning to write, if you decide you want to be a writer, not if you're a one book person, you're gonna write this one book and go. But if you are a writer, writers often will, in their early stages, mimic successful authors. I have mimicked um, mostly Ray Bradbury, a little of Isaac Asimov, but at some point, you veer off from that and become your own. So your book should not read like Seth Godin wrote it. It should not read like Gary Vaynerchuk wrote it. Unless, of course, you are Seth Godin or are Gary Vaynerchuk, although I doubt very much they're watching this video. But if you are, great, say hi. You want to write like you. Now, if sometimes it is helpful to like copy the work of someone else to kind of get the feel, the rhythm of writing, but no, you should not mimic other authors' styles. You should be doing your own style. And fallacy number 5, a good book will market itself. Now, I know I've covered this in a previous video. It's that whole if they build it, if you build it, they will come. And that is so not the case. It is so not the case because some stuff has to happen in order for people to buy the book. Now, if you're really lucky, you might have SEO'd keyword your description and your title and all this and landed on a hot topic like I did with my first book, Bonkers for Bunk Cakes. And it kind of markets itself very slowly, but I do sell at least, I'd say at least 6 copies a year, sometimes as many as 12. It sells every year. I don't market it at all or barely. A good book doesn't market itself. Just because a book is good doesn't mean it will automatically market itself. And honestly, there are some really bad books that are being marketed, and they'll sell better than a book that is 10 times better but isn't marketed. Because marketing is a verb, it's an action, it is not passive. So, there are your 5 fallacies that you need to get beyond if you want to be successful as an author of a book, and that is don't get tied to original research. There's all different forms of research, and not all of it is original. Writing doesn't need to be, nor should it be, a solo journey. You wanna write conversationally, formal language can actually make your book worse. Don't mimic other author styles unless you're doing it and you're not publishing it in order to learn the rhythm, and a good book does not market itself. This is the end of episode 82 of Coffee with Karma, and I am so excited for tomorrow's episode when I will be talking about, wait for it, da, 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 5 ways Godzilla taught me to be an author. It'll be fun, fun Friday. See you tomorrow. Ciao.